We'll be imposing tariffs on steel imports and tariffs on aluminum imports, and you're going to see a lot of good things happen.
Good things happen. That's not what many U.S. industries operating here in China are expecting after the president's tariff announcement Thursday. In fact, U.S. exporters that rely on the Chinese market are downright nervous. Start with the simple soybean. The U.S. is the world's top soybean exporter, and China is its biggest buyer by far. Billions and billions of dollars worth was unloaded at ports like this one last year. The Chinese soybean processing industry is already the largest in the world, and it's going to keep getting bigger, and American farmers are well positioned to take advantage of that growth. The U.S. Soybean Export Council expects U.S. exports of soybeans to keep rising for at least the next 20 years. And it's not just farmers reaping the benefits.
Your diner and your doctors and your and other companies.
Which is why all this talk of a looming U.S.-China trade war is Burke's biggest concern. The newly announced steel and aluminum tariffs, not to mention recent tariffs on Chinese solar products and a looming investigation into Chinese intellectual property theft, could signal what many have long awaited: hardline rhetoric on the campaign trail turning into harder line policy. But China will not take that lying down. The Soybean Export Council was told as much by Chinese officials during a September meeting.
If there was a increased trade tensions, if there that soybeans could likely be a potential target in any type of Chinese retaliation.
Restrictions on market access could devastate U.S. industry, and it's not just soy. Other industries and companies could be government targets too. Think Apple or Boeing or Cisco, pawns in a potential trade war with lots of influence back home.
They understand very clearly the political pressure points in the U.S., whether it's in Congress or in local state houses, and certainly to the White House.
A recent survey shows the majority of U.S. companies in China think trade between both countries isn't fair. They want things to change, but nobody wants a trade war. To achieve both, any new U.S. policies will have to walk a fine line, as thin as a flake of soybean.